Oh, all right. Now we're live. What's going on, everyone? We got Danny. Have you met Dan?
I haven't.
What's up? How you doing, man?
I've not really.
This is a good AC squad right here. The four of us right here.
I'm not going AC.
A lot of AC.
Where are you? Are you in Jersey right now, Danny?
I am. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
where'd you get in?
Oh, G-Body got the fucking fourth grade haircut right there. You're looking like your pops takes you way too seriously at football, where he secretly wants you to be a running back, even though you're like an O lineman. And he calls you.
I've been getting the same haircut for years.
It's a crazy comparison right there.
Really?
I mean, the football dad cut, whatever.
Sweet. What's up? Who all we have watching here? We'll be on for like 40 minutes or so. We got like a throwback type stream tonight. Oh.
Yikes. And there was something I was calling you about earlier, and I forget what it was, but seeing you made me remember there was something.
Wait, put it back to the bricks. Man picked his jump shot background option.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, so Dan's actually the second best hooper in this call right now.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I put that'd be an interesting one-on-one game, Wi-Fi versus G-Body Benz.
Oh, he would beat me.
So no, the Amazon representatives are never any help. Don't even take it, Brandon. Honestly, there's not really any need to. Can you combine top cashback, discounted gift cards, and Rakuten cashback? I don't think so. Rakuten is going to be based on how many dollars you spend, and you're not going to spend any dollars if you're using a gift card. So I don't think so.
Dude, Miles, you're kind of dressed up. Are you going on a date?
Nope, not tonight.
That is his date shirt.
No, but I just have like the linen. Like it's comfortable, bro. Like it's comfortable. Yeah, I don't know.
That's his Tuesday night gelato shirt.
Yeah, you got to get like linen t-shirts
from Zara.
I don't know if Zara sells. Zara's haram.
We got to get Griffin back in the cut. Oh, they have him. Oh, okay. Cool, sweet date shirt. Yeah. Cool. So what all questions you guys got? For anyone who doesn't know, Dan, you want to introduce yourself? It's been a little while since you've been present.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Yeah. Instagram is Dan Scales AMZ. I got started like a little over a year ago with Miles. Went to Dickinson together, and kind of saw what he was doing and was like,
he can do
it. Try this out, and now we're 16 months later. Probably quit my job 9 to 5 to go full time. Like probably 2 months ago, and loving it. So
that's the universal principle.
The American dream.
Like, dude, Miles can do it. Anyone can do it. Because that was Daniel's or Danny. What the heck did I just say? That was Danny's exact story.
Wait, Danny, can you check our Instagram DMs? Because today might be 4 years to the day, honestly. Did you do your first million in sales strictly doing OA and RA? Yeah. So basically. Danny did his first with wholesale, but Garrett and I were strictly OA, and then Dan's working on it. Should be in the next couple months.
Yeah, Q4 for sure. We're hitting it.
All right, I'll change that. You guys can't say Daniel. So.
I don't know. Yeah, that was
that
wild.
Doesn't work for you guys.
What we're doing with that, yeah. Danny, I've been submitting Cole's packet slip and legacy keeping it rejected. So Robert, do all the auto ungates, which in the description there's a bunch of like a big list of auto ungates you can do. That's gonna help you get ungated on other stuff too. But for the most part, you're doing it the right way. It's just volume of repetitions, honestly, and it'll go through. Cool. So ironically, guys, any of you guys watching this, there's a ton of online arbitrage, like discounts and sales going on for some reason, which you kind of wouldn't expect for specifically this time of year. But I posted a good sourcing video like an hour ago, and then I posted a good sourcing video on the Selleram channel today too, where I was getting to it a little bit on both of it. So if you want to see me find a bunch of stuff, you should check that out. Do you switch to wholesale or still doing OA? So I only do OA, and then these three guys do mainly wholesale. And Dan does. You do OA too, Dan, right?
I'm fully wholesale since
really?
Probably May to June. Yeah.
Oh, well, damn. So I mean, you're not going to say no to some of this OA wealth.
No, I mean when we get to Q4, if there's a bolo, I mean we're not turning that down.
Yeah, your parents raised you better than that. Yeah, right there. Any tips on finding a good prep center? Yeah, so I'll give my answer, and then everyone else can spit some game if they want to. So the best way is always going to be a referral from in the community, which if you don't have that set up to get yourself, you need to work on that over the next couple months, right? Other than that, Garrett actually has a really good answer, but check out cleartheshelf.com. And you can there's like a big list of prep centers on there. If you Google like clear the shelf prep centers right there. But Garrett, you want to go through, you have a really good spiel on betting prep centers.
Yeah, I mean, you just interview them like you would a normal employee, right? And some of the basic questions that you want to run them through is first and foremost the problem-solving communication channel, right? You would expect there to be some sort of agent, representative, someone from the company that you can reach out to when things arrive, defective when things arrive, out of quantity, those sorts of things. I would ask for pictures of the warehouse, right? You would expected to see it clean and organized, things like that. Obviously, the turnaround time, right? That's a given. About pricing, right? As you scale, as you grow, as your sales improve, you would expect the pricing to go down. Also incentivize for sending more volume. Any bundles, and the big also thing is miscellaneous, right? Do they charge a restocking fee? Do they charge a restocking or a receiving fee, inspection fee? Those are a lot of like the hidden charges that show up. So you just want to make sure that the price is what it's going to be, what you suspect it's going to be. And ultimately just kind of like vibe them out. And I would just go through that process with 5, 6, 7 and kind of just see who you are impressed with the most.
Sure. Yeah. And it's going to take probably a couple of tries to find like your really good one long term.
But it's so important, right? Because a bad prep center can really halt the growth of your business, right? You should be spending as much time. The point of using a prep center is to spend all your time sourcing and buying. But if then you find yourself checking up on the prep center, making sure they're receiving them on time, making sure they're going out on time, then it defeats the purpose altogether. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they should be doing what they're supposed to be doing, hands off, receiving, sending out on time within that required threshold, all those sorts of things.
How are you managing the FBM returns that are going to roll in January? Same way you'd manage returns any other time of the year. Like not really worrying about it. If you're doing mainly FBA, they're just going to get relisted. However, you did say FBM returns, so you're just going to relist those yourself manually. Right there.
I got the date the eYoYo came in.
Which was?
It was November 5th, 2019.
It was
Coming up.
Damn, that's crazy because, dude, you had a warehouse late December that year.
The first couple weeks in January.
Yeah, that might be the quickest warehouse turnaround in Amazon history. Ironically, at also the time when it was harder to start than it ever was.
And also probably one of the quickest failures of warehouses in Amazon.
COVID came around.
I know, but like the quickest lifespan, I should say, not failure.
I guess.
I don't know.
You only had it for what, three months, probably, right? 2 months, 3 months.
I had that warehouse until
had to be like March, April.
Yeah, April. End of March, early April.
And then just Chad got out of the contract.
I think it was early April. I mean, yeah, pretty. It was COVID. So
you actually evacuated 2 warehouse leases now. That's impressive.
I wasn't even allowed to go into the building because of COVID.
Yeah.
So
what comes with the roadmap? Yeah, so it's 22 hours of video content, 50 plus hours of coaching call recordings, software discounts, prep center discounts, private Discord. There's a weekly Zoom call as well every Sunday. Right there, Gene. So that's what's, and then there's like a bunch of like further info on the website too. I'll drop a link to the website right there. Have any of you had issues with one of your listings disappearing, but there are no issues and it's still active online? I don't think so. Not that I know of. It could
stuff like that always is going to happen. All of the weird, quirky stuff is always going to happen. Listings are going to get removed. Variations are going to change. Pictures are going to change. Sales, a lot of that stuff happens. It's just pivot.
Yeah, you just roll with the punches. Right there. What was the biggest thing you learned over your first year, Dan? Because you're the newest one out of all of us by a year or two.
I mean, it's just for me, it was really like time consistency. I mean, I feel like people say it so much too, is like just doubling down on the stuff that works. But I mean, it's pretty truthful, like honestly as well. And I mean, yeah, just like obviously the networking stuff, like getting closer with a lot of you guys, like, you know, helped me skip a lot of like painful lessons, stuff like that.
The Fogo trips. Losing to me in basketball.
Fogo de Chao boosts your ROI too. Like
that is fact. Yeah, Garrett didn't come the last time, but he had to pay for it.
I did. Well, I mean, we lost, so of course I was gonna pay for it.
Dude, I low-key thought we were gonna lose, but I was getting money on the wing.
You won game 1, right?
We won all 3 of them. Yeah. Oh no,
you didn't.
No, I think we went up 1-0, and then we couldn't seal the deal.
Wait, are we talking about basketball games right now?
2-on-2. Yeah, we played 2-on-2 for who played.
Where was I at?
This was in April in Pennsylvania. So, yeah.
I'll be there. Anyone that wants to get the smoke in basketball, I'll be there next weekend.
The funny thing is, we had no business winning a single game.
Are you coming to the Fogo on Saturday night?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Sure.
I don't have to worry about these guys coming.
Me and Garrett aren't going to Miami anymore that night.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What are some beginning sourcing mistakes you guys made starting off? Definitely the basic ones are like buying stuff with too high of a sales rank that you don't actually see moving on the Keepa chart, right? Other than that, it's like not maximizing discounts on different websites, not keeping track of discounts on different websites, not organizing leads, stuff like that. But the big thing also that I didn't necessarily make, but a lot of beginners struggle with is thinking that products are going to be profitable at the advertised price, which they're almost never going to be, right? You need coupons, discounts, sales, stuff like that. At least for online arbitrage. For retail arbitrage, typically it's just going to be profitable at the price that shows. Right there. Anything else I missed on beginner sourcing mistakes?
So like overestimating variation, like velocity. Like if you go buy like, a red size 6 like men's shoe and just like not really understanding, like the biggest thing now for variations too, if you click onto them, a lot of the times Amazon will say like X amount bought in the past month at the very top of the page, which is like I found is like pretty accurate for each variation too, if you like peek that as well.
Garrett, Danny, any sourcing mistakes a lot of beginners make?
Make sure you're checking Keepa. Don't get like too excited. If something's too good to be true.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Well, especially in terms of like making sure websites are legit too, right? You got to be checking Trustpilot. Ideally, they offer a cashback extension and you pay through PayPal. That makes you pretty protected.
I usually found I would always make mistakes when I was trying to do RA. I would always, probably because there wasn't a really good RA sourcing app. Now I could just use SellerAmp if I ever wanted to.
Yeah.
That was smooth plug.
Yeah.
But no, sir, doing RA, like having to check everything on the fly, you got to make sure you're doing it properly.
The lowercase Wi-Fi, just 4 letters, goes so hard.
How much is
extraordinarily hard?
And with Roadmap, yes, we actually have a couple of different options in terms of mentorship. So I just dropped an application link in the description for anyone who's interested in that. Now is a great time to join that, just with Q4 approaching. So it's in the description and in the chat right there. Join the Roadmap during Wednesday's webinar. I've been really busy since then. We'll get to it this week. Yeah, get after it, Fanny, and then I'll see you on the coaching call on Sunday there. How do you organize your leads? I will show you right here. Check this out. Let me get this up for you guys right here. Let's go Fleece right here. I was actually just making a video for the SellerAmp channel today on that stuff, so I'll show you right here. Let's see, Garrett, are we on your channel as well? Yeah, we are. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Here we go. Okay.
Danny, check private chat.
So this is how it's done, right? So say, for example, this product right here. So if we go to the Keepa, we can see a year ago, this product completely went to the moon in December, right? So it makes sense that this is probably something I want to look back on this December, right? In this Black Friday. So to keep this organized, I just scroll down here on SellerAmp, right? And I have all these different spreadsheets that I have set up through selleramp.com. And I can just click this and it sends it right over to this Q4 lead sheet, which if we go here, we can see that ASIN is right here now waiting for me on that I just added. Right here. So you guys see that? So just add. So that's the best way to do it by far. It's just the lead sheets with it SellerAmp.
And I mean, the cool thing about that, right, is a lot of the seasonal stuff is going to repeat, right? So you want to benefit from your work year after year after year. A lot of the Halloween stuff is going to show the same sort of demand spike, same sort of sales rank drop and price spike, all those sorts of things. A lot of the times it happens year after year. So you want to take advantage of the work you put in for this season for all of the following. Thoughts on how to compare sales for a product in Canada versus USA since it's shared reviews?
No need to. Just look at the Keepa charts right there, honestly. And you just change it from Canada to US, honestly. Right there. Like the actual Amazon.com, because I believe that should change the Keepa.
Yeah, I think if you go like Amazon.ca for Canada, it'll show you like the actual Canada.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, and you should mainly be focused on US in the first place if you've been at it a little while, which I know you have, Jaden. Right there. Cool. That's key. Right there, G-Body Benz. Cool. So what other questions do you guys have? What if you could tell yourself like one tip that you think would have made a big difference, what would you tell yourself as a beginner? Oh, let's go. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, but yeah, I'll go after you guys. One tip you could tell your beginner self that would have made a big difference.
I mean, for me, it was Prep Center in the beginning, right? That was huge. And then just documenting from the beginning, right? My path was be successful and then talk. Whereas I think that a lot of people nowadays specifically is talk from the beginning, and I think it's super beneficial to do so. I waited for my own validation to know what's going on, to have some success with Amazon before I really started putting it out there, teaching and documenting the journey.
You also didn't have the blueprint of what that looked like, though. You know.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, it was a lot different years ago.
Probably for me, like just keeping a better record of like stuff I had done earlier, like not like social media wise, but like product purchasing wise, and like also following up. Like in the beginning, you don't really have niches, so you're kind of just looking all over. And a lot of the times, like it's honestly like a lot simpler than you think. You're gonna get 99 no's before you get a yes, but like reaching out to the actual websites that sell this stuff, like going to like their actual specific website and just like filling out contact us forms and asking, hey, can I buy this in bulk, like stuff like that, is honestly like super helpful, and following up with that and keeping track of it, like that kind of stuff.
I would tell my younger self,
Young Wi-Fi.
well, first year in business, like unless you're doing it for a side hustle, if you think this is actually going to be your main income, you need to have really, really good books, and you need to understand your numbers and what's
That's
going
big,
on.
yeah.
Because without it, and especially if you're not valuing your time, like if you're working inside your business prepping shit, you need to value your time and see if it's worth it. But you need to know your numbers, and it's very. My first year of taxes was a shit show. Like just trying to like pull out receipts, like what was that for? Like, oh, it was a shit show. So
Go deeper on winning products. Yeah, I would say honestly, dude, I was like super into just doing FBM at the start. Remember, I didn't start FBAing stuff till like September of that first year. Like I had already done 100K in a month rev before I started doing FBA shipments myself. So that actually would have made a difference. I still would have done it the same way, honestly, if I could do it over, just because of the way it worked out. But like that was like a really weird thing that I did. I don't know why I had a limiting belief around that.
Who were you ripping? I think it was Logan, the stock guy Logan, that you were ripping shoes with back then, wasn't it? In that Instagram chat.
I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff. I was doing that like pretty full time. I wasn't really making full time money, but close to it for like years prior. Like
Yeah.
I made 5K profit in 1 month, like with shoes 2 years before I started making money with Amazon. I'm 18. Should I quit my job and focus on Amazon full time and leverage business credit? Absolutely not. You are very lucky to be 18 and full of energy, the same way I'm very lucky to be 25 full of energy right there. So it's time to, you need money, right? And you probably definitely should not quit your job until you have proven concept with Amazon. Luckily, you have no kids, most likely no responsibility. So you can beautifully build part-time like we all did when we were new, right there.
Miles, what makes an FBM assassin?
Oh, okay.
I feel like I have an answer for this too.
I mean, I'm gonna get probably under 30. Huh?
In age? Or are you talking about age?
I'm kidding, but like just general. See, if we're speaking about who has time to, you know what I mean? Like,
I would say under 20, under like 21.
Wait. No, I'm not even thinking about age. What I think an FBM assassin is you're not turning off those orders. It doesn't matter how many orders come in. Like, you're never turning it off. I love it.
That's it.
As long as you have the you figure it out the next day how you're gonna get it all in, like, and you always figure it out. All you
like it's like selling more products that you have polymatters for and bags for.
Every time I was FBMing stuff, I would see the product and I go, okay, this is $7 right here. Bang.
Yeah.
Another $7.
Like
bang.
people don't understand. You don't go out of stock and stuff in December. Like you figure it out. Like you just figure it out.
I mean, you can't get the inventory.
Well, no, but you should be selling stuff that's incredibly plentiful if you're doing it right. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're in the roadmap and you're doing it right, yeah.
Well, no, I mean it's more so about what brands you sell, where you're getting the inventory, making sure it's from bulk friendly websites, etc. Right there. But yeah. I mean, there's like Billy's soul left his body during FBM season last year.
He was in rough.
Like everyone, it depends what we're optimizing, obviously, for, but you should plan to be incredibly overwhelmed, tired, and cranky all of December. But you'll be a lot richer after it, and you'll realize what's possible too.
I was FBMing Latinos for a while.
That was earned.
Someone needs to pull that for a Twitter clip right there. Okay. Best YouTube videos to watch to get started. Super good question. So if you search Filter Miles beginner, you'll see a really good online arbitrage beginner video. And then I also posted a good online arbitrage beginner video today. for any of you guys who are already selling stuff, check the Q4 mistakes video I posted earlier this week too. I think that'll be pretty helpful for you as well. Right there, but someone definitely clip that for Twitter. Actually, Pickle Rick, I'm looking at you. Clip that for Twitter. Actually, while you're at it, yeah,
That would be an easy. I just was actually on your Twitter. I think you have like 20 something followers. That would get you to 100.
Yeah, I saw Pickle Rick on the timeline like an hour ago. Yeah. Did you ever buy bulk products you weren't able to get ungated? Nope, never. Right there. Cool. And some of you guys on Instagram, ask some questions too. I'm happy to help. Have you guys got, sweet. Oh, we got some. Let's see. What other questions you guys got? Right there. Let's see. Yeah, no need to quit your job immediately. Right there.
Garrett's
You
now
can do both too. Like, there's no reason. You have time. Like,
all of us did it part-time. Yeah.
What'd you say, Danny?
I was gonna say Garrett's now the 100% owner of Supplier Flow.
Yup.
Garrett on the acquisition.
Supply.
That's what it was, bro. That's what I meant to tell you. Dude, the updates we're doing is sick.
Okay. Wholesale margins on average. So what are typical wholesale margins, lads?
It's no different.
Yeah.
it might be a little lower when you first open an account, but there's always the potential for it to just slowly get better. Like maybe you're starting at 10, but you can build it back up to OA margins.
You really shouldn't be buying anything less than 10%, regardless of OA or wholesale.
Unless it's like grocery and it's easy, the rank's incredibly low. But then the goal should be to get it lower through volume purchase.
Yeah, I would say 10% minimum and also a $1 minimum as well.
Yeah, true. Right, because once you start getting into like the sense, right, your risk of error, your room for error is just so small.
Yeah.
Right. We have to remember we operate in an unknown environment with other sellers who are capable of doing things that they want, right, and customers making decisions. So you need that wiggle room, and that's with like the $2 or $3 minimum or the 12%, 15%.
Even like $1 is not like you need to ideally be way more than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like we don't go below 3 typically for like an actual profit per unit.
Any brands recommend to get Ungated using Frontier Co-op? I know there's got to be profitable products there, but I haven't found them. There's not really going to be much profitable stuff there, and it makes no sense to just manual source like that too. Just find the brands you want to sell or that you found profitably from another website. Just Ungate using that.
Yeah, I feel like some people they try and do it backwards. They think like, what are all these brands like you get ungated? And it's like first you know find the profitable products, and then most likely, like 99% of the time, you'll be able to get ungated in those brands. Like find the products first instead of like trying to get them ungated in a million brands.
And there's so much like once you start sourcing and stuff too, like it increases your level of commitment. You start to see what's possible and stuff. And the nice thing is you only got to get ungated once too. Right there. Yeah, guys, if you want to get ungated, anyone who's watching this on the replay or whatever on Instagram, like if you go to the tutorial or the description of this YouTube video, you'll see there's a list of auto ungate ASINs that everyone watching this can go ahead and get ungated in 100+ brands today for $0 right there. Is it better to pick up small flips here and there or save up at least 1K and go hard? So you should, if you have less than $1,000, you got to get a job. You got to start flipping free stuff from Facebook Marketplace.
Or go DoorDash for a fucking week.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
I was DoorDash driving for a while, like not recently, but like during COVID, like COVID era, because they would just have crazy premiums. Friday or Saturday.
Like, dude, like you scrounge together $1,000. Like, come on.
Yeah, you can make like a good like $200 in like 5 hours on a Friday night. Like,
yeah, I know. It's great. DoorDash is great.
What are some top categories to shop for in December? It's always going to be the best answer is going to be what you already sell, right? Pretty much everything is giftable, especially like beauty, toys, shoes and clothing, stuff like that, sporting goods. So I'd focus there. But the best answer is going to be what you already sell.
It's another good question. A question we get like every time. What's a good mid number of monthly sales? I would recommend, think of it as a one factor equation, right? Take your velocity, take your profitability, and multiply it together, right? Because that's just going to allow you to compare all sorts of different products, all sorts of different qualities of products that move fast at lower margins, products that move slower at higher profitability, right? Combine those two, create a value metric, a monthly value metric, and then allow you to create like a threshold, right? So whether you're looking for products that are bringing in $500 or $200 or $1,000, allows you to compare all sorts of different products in doing so, as opposed to a sort of a binary metric of profitability and velocity as separate things.
Ooh, I like that. I'm actually adding that to my to-do list. I'm gonna make a FBM beginner starter kit.
Can you let the new people know what supplies they should? Oh, that was the question.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna riff on either way. Free labels, free 4x6 labels from the UPS website. 9x12 and 12x15 poly mailers on Amazon, and then pretty much anything that fits in a box is gonna fit in a 12x10x8 box from Uline or Walmart, something along those lines. The box size doesn't really matter, so it's kind of just like whatever you can get. That's not really gonna affect the shipping cost too much. Sure. Okay, Garrett, can you explain more about what your course offers? Are you reopening again?
At some point, things are so busy right now. But it's like
follow the boy on Instagram so you can get tapped in when that happens. Do you have to, have you been remove Marshall's barcodes? Unfortunately, occasionally you're going to have to, yeah. To be able to scan it. Can you drop the link for the ungating guide? Yes, if you go to flipsformiles.gumroad.com and then you'll see it on there. Please include the detailed list of standard shipping automation. So Jill, I'm about to send you the shipping templates you should use right there. I'm going to send you that on school. Let's see. And for anyone watching this, you mainly want to be doing free shipping for the most part, right? And then free shipping, and then do a lot for expedited and 2-day right there. What else we got? Oh, what up, Peter?
The only benefit of an LLC, really, at least for me, was just having like more legitimacy when contacting wholesalers. So if you're just doing OA,
to get a restart cert, I think. Yeah. Thanks for the knowledge. Hello from Miami. Jerson, do you hoop at all? Yeah, bro, gripping it, man. You were just talking about not having $1,000, man. LLC's the least of your issues, man. We gotta get.
LLC would probably cost half of that as well.
Yeah, well, it depends what state you live in, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, Garrett, how does supplier flow work? People who are unfamiliar.
Oh, good question. So it's essentially going to manage your entire wholesale supplier pipeline, right? So the process of building a wholesale business includes reaching out to suppliers, following up, overcoming objections, managing those accounts, and really everything in between. So what that is really made to do is manage and organize each and every one of your supplier accounts to keep top of mind the ones that maybe you have to reach out to, that you haven't reached out to in a while, that you have to follow up with, those sorts of things.
That sounds pretty good. So that sounds like it's a software that's geared towards Amazon sellers who are trying to break into wholesale to help them stay organized. Wow, that's really good. I'm gonna check that out.
How do you calculate shipping when doing FBM? If it's above 1 pound, it's probably going to go UPS ground between 9 and 13, depending on how far away it's going from you, whether it's going cross country or right next to you. 0 to 4 ounces is going to be about $350 to $450. 4 ounces to 7 ounces is going to be about $450 to $550. 8 ounces to 11 ounces can be about $550 to $450, $550, maybe $575. 11 to 15 is going to be about $550 to $650 right there. So stay away from that. They don't have an Amazon listing yet. Yes. Stay away from that stuff. There's just no need to.
Yeah, it's actually going to be sick because we are, Irfan's connecting Gmail to each supplier. So you'll be able to send emails right from the pipeline. And then as you, when you upload a catalog, it'll be in Google Sheet form. So you can like work in the actual catalog on your supplier with your team.
That's fine. Do you need LLC to apply for the Plum card? You actually don't. You can do a business card as a sole proprietor. Cheapest place to buy boxes, Walmart and Uline right there. Can you give an example of how to find high velocity products using KPF? Are we getting a live Garrett screen share right here potentially?
We can do that.
All right, let's get it. Okay, guys on Instagram, I'm turning the camera around, Garrett. I'll make it so you can screen share here. Let's see, we got a live demo right here.
I gotta clean up my screen. Give me 30 seconds.
All right. Keep the questions coming. If any of you guys are unfamiliar with what KPF is, it means Keep a Product Finder. It's a good way to source products that we don't talk about too much online, but you guys are getting some sauce on that today. And Garrett has some really good YouTube videos too on his channel as well. Oh, my bad. Screwed up the camera right there. Clean it off a little bit. Boom. All right, here we go. All right, G Body,
Sweet.
spit some fire.
So first and foremost, if you don't know what this is, you got to get familiar. Go to my YouTube video, my YouTube channel. Miles has a bunch of YouTube videos. So it's essentially a lens to look at product information. Right, so it's going to really scour Amazon's catalog for all sorts of different filters that you want, and you're going to really be able to manipulate the data in all sorts of different ways, right? And if you're looking for velocity metric, where you can qualify products based on velocity, it's going to be easy to find. It's going to be the top filter. That's sales rank. What I would do, right, and if you're simply looking for like the fastest moving products, which we're probably going to have to use some other filters along with it, right? We can use this 90-day sales rank average. And say we're looking for the top 50,000 ranked products across all categories, across all brands, right? So that'll give us that, right? Obviously, as you can see, right, there's still 11 million products left in our results field. So we're going to have to do some extra work or keep a product finder do some extra work to narrow this down, right? Because we don't want to have to go through 11 million products. We want to use Keepa's filters as much as possible to really be looking at as warm of a sample set as we possibly can, right? So to give you some ideas, just looking for different sorts of products, maybe a little bit more creatively to find different moats. Maybe we want to look for suppressed buy boxes, right? Keeping in mind a lot of newer sellers get scared off when the buy box isn't there, right? So this is going to be looking for.
Don't do that though. I mean, you could do that. This is like a full tutorial. Don't really be worrying about that though, guys.
Right. Yeah. This is another good one, right? So if we want to eliminate Amazon, right? If you Control FOOS, it'll bring you all the way down here. And this is going to really eliminate Amazon from the historical picture, right? So 90-day average. If we set a minimum of 80, that's essentially just telling us or telling Keepa that we only want to look at products in which Amazon isn't present at a minimum of 80% of the time in the past 9 days, right? So you see that did some damage for our results. Keeping it going, right? Obviously, we still have some work to do here, right? What I would probably recommend is maybe take your top 2 or 3 brands and do this across those brands. Right, Keepa allows us to dig deeper into brands that you've had success with, right? So maybe you want to dig deeper into Nike if you are doing well with Nike, right? That did a lot of damage.
Now we got
34,000 products that now are Nike branded in the top 50,000 of sales rank.
Too. Yeah, do competition as well.
Right. So again, it's not necessarily the case with Nike, right? But maybe you're concerned with private label, right? You can set a minimum of competition, but you could also set a max, and so you'd use this FBA FBM filters to set a minimum or max. But it's something else something else cool you can do is Keepa Product Finder gives us buckets and time increments for offer count. So something you can do, right, keeping in mind that the general rule of thumb, right, kind of how economics works is as offers go down, as supply goes down, price is likely to go up. So if we have that kind of methodology, that mental framework, maybe we want to create a subset of products where all of the products, the offers are going down, and we're hoping that in that case, the prices are going to go up, right? So we can do that. We're going to kind of have, use some creativity with our mins and maxes, right? The from is min, to is max, right? So if we set, just for an example, a 10 maximum in our current time frame, right? That's going to tell us out of all the products we're looking at, all of them are having a max of 10 offers currently. Right, but we want to do some extra work, right? We want to impose that sort of downward trajectory. So what we're going to do is we're going to span out a bit, come to the 90-day average, and actually set a minimum of something like 30, right? And that's going to do a ton of damage, right? 5 products left, and we'll talk kind of through what just happened, right? If we look at and span out 90 days ago, the offer count average is 30, minimum of 30. So that could be 40, it could be 50, it could be 35, the minimum of 30. But then if we span in the micro time period and current time period, we're saying that we want only products where there's a maximum offer count of 10, right? And so if we look at these 5 products, they're going to all look exactly the same, right? If we look at this Keepa chart, if we pull it up, we already know what the offer count.
That's a fucking classic right there.
Yeah, we already know what the Keepa chart is going to look like because we told Keepa what we're looking for. And so really this is exactly
close the second chart, you boomer. Hit sub ranks up there, yeah.
Oh, sub ranks, where's that?
Oh, almost there. Oh, colder. Warmer. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So we already knew what this was going to look like, and as we suspected, as offers go down, prices going up. And so that's just another way to improve the results that we're looking at, right? If we look at the other ones, they're all going to look like the same thing, right? Prices going up, offers are going down. Prices going up, offers are going to go down. And so then the question is, okay, well, now how can I find them? Benefit of going this way, starting with the Amazon data, qualifying based on the Amazon data, and reverse engineering. So we're not pigeonholing ourselves into a specific site, right? If we use SellerAmp, hit the Google button, well, now our options are 6, 7, 8, 9 different sites. Whereas if we just started with Nike or Kohl's or Dick's Sporting Goods, well, we're pigeonholing ourselves and we're only focusing on one site, right? But the benefit of starting with Amazon and going backwards is, look, we see Nike, we see Dick's, we see Foot Locker, we see Academy. I may not even have known about Shields. I see Shields. I may not even have known about ASOS. I see ASOS, Tilly's, Champs, Tennis Express, Shop WSS. Immediately it opens me up to 10 different sites. Some I may have known, but some I may have not known. And so here, when you're looking outwards instead of inwards, you're going to learn a lot about sites. You're obviously going to learn about coupons, right? That we may not have even known about. 10%, $10 off 60. Miles talks about that a lot. And you're just opening yourself up for success, right? And final point, right? There's obviously hours of stuff we can talk about with Keepa. But
let's go.
But specifically with this, right? We always want to be learning stuff, right? We never want to obviously focus on a dead end. And so this chart right here actually provides a lot of information. Provides a lot of information in terms of who's selling at the max right here, who are the smart sellers that are potentially taking advantage of that offers going down, right? And we can see exactly who is selling when the price is at its highest. So maybe we want to go and dig into their stores because we suspect that, well, if they're selling at the highest, they're probably pretty smart, right? We could also obviously go into the current time frame and see who's selling here, right? If this was seasonal, this is something I talk about a bunch, right? If this was a seasonal item, right? And this is maybe last October, last December, or I guess Halloween item right here, right? We can actually go into the rotation, go into the history of the buy box and pick apart who was in the rotation at what times. So if I want to see who was selling this last Q4, I have that information, right? I just kind of map back the months, right? Obviously we're in September, right? So 9 months ago, Lamella Goods was selling this last Q4, right? Looks like they probably stopped selling in the meantime. They only got 34 reviews, but someone with a couple of hundred is probably a little bit more interesting, right? And the cool thing with storefronts is that it opens us up to all sorts of different brands and categories, right? I may not have known about
item right there, yeah.
I may not have known about CeraVe. I may not have known about all of these products that now I learned about simply by just focusing on warm areas, focusing on smart sellers, and increasing the chances of success, right here. I can qualify pretty quickly by simply just starting at the data as opposed to the other way around. I can qualify based on velocity. I can qualify based on price point, on competition, by Amazon in and out of stock, by trajectory, stability, all these things. I can make these qualifying decisions pretty quick, which allows me to source quicker because the quicker you can disqualify, the quicker you get to the next yes. Ultimately, the more money you make. And that's kind of the entire OA sourcing methodology and practice is say no quickly, say no efficiently, and ultimately get yourself to the next yes quicker.
Yes, sir. Cool. Sweet. Yes, that's the basic KPF. So make sure you go watch Garrett Goral's YouTube video, which is my buddy here who's with me, obviously, on that.
GT3 guy, you can always ask for a COI too, certificate of insurance from a prep center. Can't really fake that.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, sweet. So I'll drop some sauce too for Q4 as well, and then we're going to head out. So, all right, an incredibly good way to find leads for Q4. Let me hop on the screen share here, spit some game for you guys. Okay, get ready. So we go here, share screen, entire window right here. Let's open this up right here. So say we go to this product, for example. This product went to the moon last year. Oops, not Tweet Hunter, right there. So if we go here, if we go to the year long on Keepa, we can see this product went to the moon last year, right? So it went way up. Right, so what we can do is go here, data, and then buy box stats in Keepa, go to the 365-day view, and then filter to most expensive. So we can see the people who sold at the most expensive price. These are the people that are really smart. And then what we can do is open up their storefronts and see inside of their stores what else they're selling, and especially what else they're selling during Q4 when the time comes. So you can keep a really organized database of who are some really smart sellers to reverse source, basically. Right there. So it's pretty good stuff. Cool. Sweet. All right. I think we're going to hop off for tonight. Where can everyone find you, gents, on socials?
Yeah, just Instagram Dan Scales AMZ.
Some good memes on there and some good you get
Yeah.
some VAs hired and remember the video where I'm in the bathroom?
Yeah, you're scanning for some products in the dark. That's a good one.
Good banter. Dan's turn to share screen, maybe next time right there. And follow Garrett, All Out Amazon, Garrett Corral YouTube, and have a great
Yeah,
week.
buddy. I'll catch you guys.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, everyone.